rich billionaire dude actually owns it, but who actually benefits from it? Putin. It's like a symbol of the whole Russian system in one drone shot. It's freaking beautiful. No political leader should have a palace like this.
Alexei Navalny, who returned to Moscow for the first time since he was poisoned last summer.
Navalny lands in Moscow, and what happens? He's immediately arrested. On what charges? Well, they claimed that he was violating parole from some old fake set of charges brought against him years ago that were thrown out later. They were totally fake, and yet the Russian state continued to say that he had to report for parole. Turns out he couldn't report to parole officers because he was in a coma from being poisoned by the Russian government. And yet, he gets arrested.
He'd only been back on Russian soil a few minutes when Alexei Navalny was told he was being detained. A kiss goodbye for his wife, Yulia.
Russia's justice system has been a sham for a long time. This isn't new, but just how blatant this is, how clearly faked all of this is to silence a threat to the leader, that's a new low for Russia and its justice system. So Navalny is arrested and put on trial. The people take to the streets of Moscow and around the country. The police meet them with force, arresting over 1,000 protesters and now arresting journalists. Here's a clip of Navalny's lawyer speaking openly to the media in the middle of Moscow, and out of nowhere, a group of policemen come detain her. Just like in broad daylight. While the protesters clash with the police outside the courthouse, Navalny stands in a glass cage while a largely politically motivated sham trial about parole violation takes place. His wife, Yulia, is in the courtroom, in the audience, watching this all happen. They're making eye contact. And in the end, the system does what it's supposed to do. Navalny gets 2 years and 8 months of prison time. The house of cards stays stable for at least a little longer. This movement was never about Alexei Navalny or his politics, and it likely never will be. He will never be the leader of Russia. His role in all of this is focused on one thing: showing the people how their country really works, ripping away the curtain that veils how their government uses the resources of the people and who it serves and who it doesn't. Doing so threatens the
She takes a picture, and in that picture is this ET. He puts the camera over in that direction, and everyone looking in that direction at that moment saw it. You can make contact with these civilizations, and you do not need the government. And that's when they take me into a hotel room later that night and very aggressively say, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Because those projects understand the power of consciousness, and that the Rosetta Stone of contact has to do with these protocols. And they were not happy that we were doing this without their permission. If you look at the evidence and experiences of thousands of people doing this, it's happening now. False disclosure is happening right now. The actual disclosure we did already.
Thank you for watching this video. It is unfolding right now, and by the time you're watching this, there may be new information about this. I'm putting a bunch of links in the description for some of the videos that I mentioned that you should go watch if you want to learn more. I now want to thank today's sponsor, which is a thing I have used forever, which is Audible. Audible is a place that used to just be audiobooks, and that's why I got into it like literally 10 years ago. Now it is a place that has audiobooks, but also tons of other audio, spoken word, just content. What I love about Audible is that you can sign up for the subscription and then basically you can pick out one audiobook. No matter how much it costs, you get it for your subscription fee every month. And you get access to a bunch of other unlimited content. Podcasts, audiobooks, all sorts of really amazing stuff, all on the app. I really love Audible because it gets me learning so much. I will often listen to an audiobook while I'm working on a story so that I can get up to speed on. There's one guy in Russia that Vladimir Putin, the president, fears more than anyone else. He wears a lot of different hats. He's a political activist, he's a YouTuber, he's kind of an internet troll. He's a lover of quality drone footage to help lies and powerful men who really control modern Russia. This important figure who is seeking to dismantle Russia's web of corruption is named Alexei Navalny. And just last week, he was sentenced to 3 years in jail, as well as being nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize after being secretly poisoned on an airplane. The movement that he has created strikes at the heart of Vladimir Putin's biggest fears, and I want to show you why. So let me introduce you to the man Putin fears the most.
Alexei.
Russian opposition leader
Alexei
Navalny.
Okay, so let's rewind to summer of last year. Alexei Navalny is in a city in eastern Russia. He's in a hotel room about to head to the airport to catch a flight. When he arrives to the airport, other passengers recognize him because he's kind of a big deal in Russia, and they snap some photos with him. Then he gets on the flight. The flight takes off. It's a 4-hour flight from this city of Tomsk to Moscow, where he's going. Everything's going normal for the first 30 minutes of this flight, but then Navalny starts to feel weird. A flight attendant offers him a bottle of water.